Anyway, talking of fools, what would you say if I told you some fools I knew were running a little racing competition? Yo, stop what you're doing. CEO's here. Those will stop you dead at any speed. You must be slacking.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the MoldyWorm gaming channel. My name is MoldyWorm41975 and what you just saw there was a fan-made trailer from Lucifer Reap, who, if you don't know who that is, I made a video a couple of weeks ago reviewing one of his DLC concepts called Slick City, and he sent me this trailer last night. He just finished the trailer and uploaded it on YouTube. So he sent it to me, said, could you do a concept trailer review on this? So I did the DLC concept review a couple of weeks ago. I'll link it down in the description if you want to check that out. That basically goes over what the DLC is going to be about, but you can kind of get an idea of what it's going to be about from the trailer here. And so what we're going to be doing today is, you've already seen the trailer, I'm going to break the trailer down so we can just see some of the things that he hinted at in the concept sort of page, some of the things that he explained there. We're going to see what we can see basically in the trailer, and I have to say, this is an amazing looking trailer. It does look incredible. It's almost as if Rockstar had made it themselves. If no one had told me this wasn't made by Rockstar, I would believe it was made by them. So big shout out to Lucifer Reap. He's done an incredible job with this. He's also got another concept coming out in a couple of days, so I will review that when that comes out. But yeah, big shout out to him. Let's get straight into the trailer breakdown. Okay, so the first scene that we get at the very beginning of the trailer is actually How here. He's a street racer in Los Santos. He's one of Franklin's friends. He has a mechanic near the airport there. He runs that Los Santos Customs, and it basically looks like he's going to be our contact for the story part of this DLC. You can see there he's driving a Rapid GT Classic, but it is not actually the Rapid GT Classic we get in GTA. You can see it's a convertible version, which we don't have in GTA. So that could be a new car. It appears that our characters are being approached by How there, and yeah, that's about it for this scene. Okay, so the next scene we see is basically a farmer here, and you can see from the polytunnels, it appears that he's growing weed, and this takes place out in Grapeseed, which is basically where this DLC would take place. If you've not seen the DLC page, then check it out. Basically, he's growing some weed here, and I guess the police are going to arrest him for that, and then the government's going to foreclose on his land, which will allow them to build the drag strip, which is basically what the DLC is about. So it's a very short scene, but it is really cool, and it sort of gives us a bit more of an insight into the story. Then there's a really short scene where we're basically looking at Vespucci Beach, and there's basically some barrels on the beach with some lights on, which I don't think we have currently at the moment. And I'm guessing what this scene is some sort of beach drag racing, which we're going to see a little bit later in the trailer as well, but that's basically what this is showing. Then in this next scene here, we get to see the farmer again. He's being sort of taken away by the police. He's just been arrested. And we can see some construction work in the background. Then we go on to the next scene where we sort of get to see some of the construction detail in more detail. You can see the sort of the field there with the construction, and they're already building over the top of it. So this is basically the beginning of the drag strip sort of build. Really cool, and another awesome scene. So then in the next scene, we get to see one of the brand new cars. This is one of the drag cars, I think the Vigero, and then we get to see one of the big sort of traditional drag cars. And we also get to see the garage scene here. So there's not much shown in here, but you do get to see the garage there, and you can see some of the cars being worked on in the garage. That's, I guess, where we'd have our dynos and all our tools and all that kind of thing. Then we get a closer look at one of the garages and also some of the new cars. You can see we got the Camaro SS there. I guess this will be sort of the drag Vigero, and we've also got what appears to be a Ford F-150 with some big twin turbos on there. So they're both really cool. So then we get to see one of these drag cars flipping over. This appears to be one of the funny car type drag cars, which is something that Lucifer Reap talked about in the DLC page. He said that if you don't apply the right aero parts to your vehicle, then it can flip over. And that's what he's showing here. And then the next sort of scene we get after that, you can see there's one of the more traditional drag cars going off a jump sort of on the beach there. So this links back to the previous sort of bit of the beach where we had some sand drag racing, which is actually a really cool idea. And if that's what this DLC is all about, then that'll be really cool to add in there. Then we get a nice look at the newly made drag strip you can see there, and we also get a look at this awesome looking sort of viewing area, which is like the main building, and it appears to be above the drag strip with this sort of glass flooring, which is absolutely incredible. And then you can see there in the lettering it does say advanced betting, which is another thing that Lucifer talked about in the DLC page. He said that we'd be able to bet pink slips, so you could bet your car, and also betting money, which is a really cool idea. It's something that we've not really seen in GTA, and he's talking about it here in the trailer. Then in this next scene, we get a look at sort of what looks like a podium stand to me, and I'm not really sure who the guy in the suit is, but if you listen to what Hal was saying, it said the CEO is here. So I'm not sure if this is the guy who owns the drag strip, maybe who's paid for the drag strip to be built. But we do get a look at this sort of lucky wheel as well. So he did, Lucifer mentioned this in his page, that there'll be a lucky wheel of sorts. So I don't know if you'd be able to win a drag car with this or how that would work, but we get a look at that, and we get a look at this sort of CEO guy who is, yeah. And this next scene is kind of weird to me because we're sort of in the same setting in this sort of podium stand area, but this woman with a gun has turned up and she appears to be sort of taking over the spot. So I don't know if this will be a mission. I'm guessing it would be. Maybe the farmer has come back to sort of reclaim his land and we have to take him out to sort of save the drag strip. I don't know what this mission is. It's kind of strange, but it looks really cool. And we get a better look at this podium stand area as well. Then we get a look at some more of the new vehicles that are going to be added, some of the funny cars, and it looks like we'll also be able to use the Rocket Voltic in this. So I'm not sure if we'll be able to use some of the other jet-powered vehicles like the Oppressor Mark 1 and maybe the Scramjet as well. But we also get to see another one of these drag cars flipping, as we saw earlier, and we also get to see a new upgrade for the Rocket Voltic, which is the parachute on the back. And if you listen to what Hal was saying, it said this will stop you dead at any speed. So I'm not sure how the parachute would work, if you could only use it at the drag strip, or if you could also use it in free roam, because that would be really cool. Also, I don't know whether the parachute would be automatic once you sort of hit a certain point at the drag strip, or whether you would just activate it yourself. I don't know how that would work, but some of these vehicles look incredible, and we get some new upgrades like the parachute, which would be awesome to see. And yeah, we get another look at how the drag cars could flip over, which is really cool. Then we get a look at this crazy looking sort of drag truck, which has 3 miniguns on the back. You can see 1 in the middle and 2 on each side. And this appears to be a part of another sort of mission, so it appears that we're going to be getting some missions with this DLC. You can see that obviously 1 person is driving the truck and 3 people can sit on the back with the miniguns. I don't know really what this mission would be about, but this truck looks awesome, and it also means that we're going to be getting drag trucks, which is another awesome thing. And yeah, this scene is just incredible. I really like the look of that truck, and yeah, it'll probably be very expensive though. So then we get to see another part of this DLC, which is really cool, and that is collectible vehicles. So these are effectively barn find vehicles or wrecks that you can find out in the desert and sort of other places around the map. And you can see here that they're towing it back to the garage with a flatbed trailer, and basically you would fix it up and then take it drag racing. So this is something I've really wanted to see in GTA for a long time. So that would be definitely a really cool thing to see. Then we get to see sort of a dyno. So this is another thing that Lucifer said that we'd get, is a dyno. Something we don't have in GTA, but something that I would really like to see as well. And then we get another look at that sort of Camaro SS drag car. This is a really cool car. Yeah. Then we get to see the final part of the trailer, which appears to be another part of the story aspect of the DLC. This plane is basically crashing into our players, so I don't really know what's happening here. We appear to be out in the desert, so maybe we're going to get a wreck and someone is trying to get the wreck before us. I don't know. And then we get to see sort of the logo for the trailer at the very end, and then created by Lucifer Reap. So it's an incredible DLC, absolutely amazing trailer. Let me know in the comment section if this is something you want to see, and if it is something you want to see, then make sure you go and sign the iPetition for this DLC, which I will also link in the description. And if you want to check out the original DLC video to give that some support, I will link that in the description. And also, if you want to check out Lucifer Reap's personal Instagram page, I will link that in the description as well. But thank you very much for watching this DLC concept trailer review with me. I hope you've enjoyed it. Go and support Lucifer Reap, he's making some awesome DLC concepts. But thank you for watching this video, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.